The CEO of Anthropic just said your job might be gone in 6 months. And the CEO of Google DeepMind disagrees. These two men control the most powerful AI systems on the planet. And last week, they sat on a stage in Davos and told the world completely different things about when machines will match human intelligence. But here's what nobody is talking about. While they were debating, one of them quietly announced a deal that could change everything. Google DeepMind just partnered with Boston Dynamics to put their AI inside humanoid robots. Robots that are shipping this year. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is happening right now. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why the smartest people in AI can't agree on what's coming, and why that disagreement might be the most important story of 2026. Let's start with the debate that broke the internet. January 20th, 2026. The World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, the company behind Claude AI, sits down next to Demis Hassabis, CEO of Google DeepMind. The panel is called The Day After AGI, and what happened next shocked everyone watching. Amodei went first. He said AI will reach Nobel Prize-level intelligence across multiple scientific fields by 2026 or 2027. Not decades from now. Months. He said it's very hard for him to see how it could take longer than that. Then Hassabis responded. He gave AGI a 50% chance of arriving by the end of the decade, 5 to 10 years. Maybe we need 1 or 2 more breakthroughs, he said. Now here's where it gets interesting. Amodei actually admitted he wishes Hassabis was right. He said he prefers that slower timeline. He wishes they had 5 to 10 years. But then he explained why slowing down is impossible. We have geopolitical adversaries building the same technologies at the same pace. Think about that for a second. The man building one of the most advanced AI systems in the world is telling you he wishes he could slow down. But he can't. Because if he does, someone else wins the race. And this is where things get personal. Amodei dropped a bombshell about jobs. He said he has engineers at Anthropic who don't write any code anymore. They just let the AI write it and then edit what comes out. His prediction? We might be 6 to 12 months away from AI doing most of what software engineers do. But he didn't stop there. He said 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs could disappear within 1 to 5 years. And here's the part that sent chills down everyone's spine. He admitted that even Anthropic is planning for layoffs. He said he can look forward to a time when they need less people, not more. Hassabis agreed the pace is terrifying. He told students to stop chasing traditional internships. Instead, become unbelievably proficient with AI tools. That's better than any internship because you're leapfrogging yourself for the next 5 years. Both of them said the same thing at the end. After AGI arrives, we are in uncharted territory. But wait, not everyone agrees with this timeline. Enter Yann LeCun, the godfather of deep learning, the man who won the Turing Award. He used to run AI at Meta. And he thinks both Amodei and Hassabis are completely wrong. LeCun didn't hold back. He called the AI industry completely LLM-pilled. He said everyone in Silicon Valley is digging the same trench. His exact words? We're never going to get to human-level intelligence by training on text alone. Then he went even further. He said there is no such thing as general intelligence. The concept makes absolutely no sense. And those people predicting AGI in a year or two? Complete delusion. This sparked a public fight. Hassabis fired back on social media saying LeCun was just plain incorrect. Elon Musk jumped in with 2 words. Demis is right. But here's the thing. LeCun has a point that nobody can ignore. He explained it like this. An AI might be trained on 30 trillion words. That would take a human 500,000 years to read. Yet a 4-year-old child who has processed way less text, but tons of visual experience understands gravity. Understands that objects still exist when you can't see them. Things that AI still can't grasp. LeCun's argument is simple. AI is disconnected from the real world. It reads about reality but never touches it. And until that changes, we're not getting anywhere close to human intelligence. And this is where the second story comes in. The one that connects everything. 2 weeks before the Davos debate, something huge happened at CES. Boston Dynamics and Google DeepMind announced they're joining forces. DeepMind's Gemini AI is going inside the Atlas humanoid robot. The same Demis Hassabis who was debating AGI timelines is now putting his AI into a physical body. Robert Plater, the CEO of Boston Dynamics, explained why. He said, "We have the best body, but we need a stronger brain. And nobody in the world is better suited than DeepMind." Think about what this means. LeCun says AI can't reach human intelligence because it's disconnected from reality. DeepMind's answer? Fine. We'll give it a body. We'll let it learn from the real world. The new Atlas robot is unlike anything we've seen before. 6.2 feet tall, 56 degrees of freedom, which is double what Tesla's Optimus has. It can lift 110 pounds. It has 360-degree rotating joints that exceed human range of motion. And it runs on NVIDIA's most powerful robotics chip. But the AI is what matters here. Gemini Robotics works in two parts. The first part is like a high-level brain. It takes goals and breaks them into step-by-step plans. The second part is a vision language action model. It sees the world, understands instructions, and controls the robot's movements. Here's the breakthrough. Instead of pre-programmed routines, this robot actually thinks before it acts. It generates internal reasoning in natural language before moving. It can learn a skill on one robot and transfer that knowledge to a completely different robot. And it runs locally without needing the cloud. This directly answers LeCun's criticism. AI that learns from physical manipulation, not just text. Now here's where it gets really interesting. All of the Atlas robots being made in 2026 are already sold, every single one. They're going to 2 customers only: Hyundai's factories and Google DeepMind's research labs. The timeline accelerates fast. By 2028, Hyundai wants to produce 30,000 of these robots per year. They're investing $26 billion in this. They plan to deploy tens of thousands of humanoid robots across their factories. And every hour these robots operate, they generate data. That data trains Gemini to be smarter. Smarter Gemini makes smarter robots. It's a self-reinforcing loop that will be nearly impossible for competitors to catch up to. Tesla's Optimus is targeting a price around $20,000 to $30,000. Atlas costs around $150,000. But Boston Dynamics isn't going after consumers. They're going after the hardest industrial problems first. As Plater put it, some companies want to put humanoids in homes first. We think that's the wrong strategy. So what does all of this mean for you? Here's the picture that's forming. The brightest minds in AI are racing towards something they don't fully understand. Amodei thinks we're months away from AI that can do most knowledge work. Hassabis thinks we have 5 to 10 years but admits that's not a lot of time. LeCun thinks they're both wrong, but even he says we might see progress in 3 to 5 years. Meanwhile, DeepMind is hedging its bets. They're building the AI that might reach human-level intelligence. And they're building the robots that will put that intelligence into the physical world. Both Amodei and Hassabis said something haunting at Davos. They both wish they could slow down. Amodei called it a crisis. Hassabis said 5 to 10 years is not a lot of time to prepare. But neither of them is slowing down. Because they can't. The race is on. And the finish line keeps moving closer. The robots are shipping this year. The AI is improving every month. The jobs Amodei warned about are already changing. Whether AGI arrives in 18 months or 18 years, one thing is certain. The people building it are moving faster than ever. And they don't agree on where this ends. The question isn't whether AI will transform everything. The question is whether we'll be ready when it does. If this video helped you understand what's really happening in AI, consider subscribing. I cover the biggest breakthroughs every week so you never miss what's coming next.